Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Tuesday night stream with Hilly, and we're with obviously WAOF1 this week, as always for round 18 of the championship. Now I'm going to quickly invite in. Sorry, excuse me. I've had a bit of trouble actually getting into the lobby, so I'm a bit late starting. So I'm going to quickly invite in James Adams, who's going to come and have a quick chat with me. And while he's joining and that, I'll share the stream about. Right. Hello, James. Hey, man. You're really quiet.
How about now? Is it alright?
Still pretty quiet. James?
How about now? Can you hear me okay?
It's still extremely quiet. Just see on my side a second.
Can you? Oh, I've upped the mic right up.
So that sounded a bit better, actually. Right,
Yeah.
okay. Right. Anyway, hello. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks. How you doing?
Yeah, all good. Thank you very much. Well, you're with me for first time I've spoken to you, so for interview. So, yeah, welcome. Take it quite easy on you, I think. So, yeah, we'll see.
Thanks.
Right, the serious stuff first. So for everybody listening, this is James Adams, who's reasonably new to WAOF1. I think tonight, James, is going to be your 8th race, so you completed 7 races so far. I think the first one was in Miami, or one of the American tracks in a way.
Kota.
Kota, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. And yeah, so in the 7 races you completed so far, you scored 83 points and are currently 17th in the championship. So I think if you look at it in this way, 7 races, 83 points is basically pretty much an average of 12 points a race, just under that. Okay, so I think that's pretty
Yep.
good, and what should see you really. I think if you'd have been doing the whole season and averaging that, you'd be in the top 10 really easily. So is that the sort of target? So if you were doing the full season, do you think top 10 would be target? Or
Yeah. I mean, like every race I come to, I try and aim to get into Q3 in qualifying, and then try and stay out of trouble and get in top 10. Just try and push for that. I think early on when I joined, it was like I was really nervous because it's obviously the first time I've ever done league racing. So, but the Portugal result, the race after, was like a really big confidence boost. And I finished 8th, I think, and did pretty well in qualifying. So, yeah, top 10 I think would be great. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's a reasonable target for you as well. Going by the pace that I've seen from you, I think you're around. You're certainly capable of top 10. Let's put it that way. There's so many else. There's so many other drivers that I would say that to in the lobby as well. So it's not a given for any driver really, apart from maybe Carsey. But there we go.
Yeah.
So at the moment, that actually sees you 17th in the championship. Obviously, you never know. You might be able to get up, but I think what your aim needs to be actually is to get the Ferrari boys. You're driving for Ferrari. And you and Gaza at the moment, I can't believe I'm saying this when your teammate's Gaza. I've known Gaza for a long time, and he's a really good driver. So I honestly can't believe I'm saying this, but you guys are bottom at the moment of the constructors. Only just. It is really. It's like 2 points or something, or 3 points or something like that. So it's not like by miles, but still. By the end of today, I expect that to change. All right.
Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, I mean, the Mercedes had a really good result last week. They kind of pushed away and they got Mamo this week as well, so it's going to be really tough to try and get there. But I think it's the AlphaTauris that we need to aim for today, so try and get closer.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, just check if you included your audio on your side.
I have, yeah.
Excellent. That's okay.
Pretty sure.
Just double checking. Right. Okay. I'm aware we're going into quali, so I don't want to take too long over this. All right, but we'll call that it for the the serious questions. We'll go on to the fun ones quickly. So the first lot I do are just sort of quick questions, and it's all like what or who is your favourite. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's the same list for everybody. So what's your favourite colour?
Red.
What's your favourite food?
Question. I do like pizza.
What's your favourite animal?
Pizza's pretty good. Probably a bear.
Okay. What's your favourite Formula One team?
McLaren.
Favourite drink?
Yeah.
Favourite. What's your favourite drink?
Beer.
Oh, beer. Sorry, I thought you said yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Beer.
I thought you said
Beer and
yeah.
beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beer and beer.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Who is your favourite singer or band, past or present?
I'd sing actually probably Chester Bennington. Like grew up just to Linkin Park a lot, so
Oh, right.
I'm quite a big heavy metal fan as well. But yeah,
Glad
Chester,
you told me who that
probably.
was. I wouldn't have had a clue. Right. What's your favourite football team?
Brighton.
Oh,
Eagles.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, not Brighton. Wales loves Brighton.
I know.
Okay. Favourite Formula One track?
Probably Silverstone.
Favourite TV show?
Scrubs.
Favourite Doctor Who?
I don't watch it, so
Okay.
I can't tell you.
That's all right. Who is your favourite Formula One driver? Again, past or present?
I'd say present's probably Lando Norris. Definitely.
Okay, fair enough. Bristol boy, by the way, Lando.
Yes. Yeah.
And who is your favourite WAOF1 admin?
I'd have to say WAO,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I thought you might. Brighton boys stick together. Ah,
It's mainly because each week I've been giving me good news when I come to do reserves. So you've got the pleasure of giving me
we
good
all know
news.
why now, because you're both Brighton fans. He's been reading
Yeah.
that one, clearly. Wow. Unbelievable. Right, okay. Now we come to the question that everybody likes to hear, because it's different every week, so nobody can cheat and have an answer ready. So the one I've gone with you, I've wrapped my brains for this. I'm running out of questions, I'm not going to lie. So the one I've decided for you is, if you could be any type of... if you could be an engine in Thomas the Tank Engine, what colour would you be and what name would you have?
So isn't the red one James?
Yeah, so you're not allowed that.
Okay.
You could be red. I'll let you have red. All right.
Red.
You'll just be a slightly different colour, like a burgundy sort of.
Okay. Burgundy. And,
Scarlet, I suppose, is Ferrari driver.
Yeah. And an existing name or a new name.
You need a different name, so you're not allowed James. It's already taken.
What about Bert?
No. I don't think you can have Bert either. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched Thomas the Tank Engine since I was a little kid, which was centuries ago. Something in the back of my mind is saying that Bert or Bertie was the bus, so you're not allowed that.
Oh right, okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna have some idiot writing into me now saying no, the bus's name is.
What about American name like Brad or something?
I think you'll be safe with that, to be fair. Yeah. So, all right then. So Brad's the Scarlet Ferrari engine. I think that sounds pretty good to me. Right, I need to let you get on track. I don't want you getting knocked out in Q1 just because you've been chatting to me. So, Reece just gone fastest on his first lap on a 17.2 on mediums. But I'm going to let you get off. Good luck tonight, buddy. I hope to see you in Q3.
Thank you very much.
And with a bit of luck, maybe a podium interview at the end as well. We'll see.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
There he goes. Well, thank you to James for joining me, and it's been an absolute star. So, right, guys, I apologise that we've missed some laps. The truth of it being it. I did have trouble getting in the lobby, as I say, which made me late, so that's why I was a bit late getting James in as well. So we've run a bit into quali, but he's got plenty of time, more than enough time. He can do easy 2 or 3 runs here, so plenty of time. Hello, Taylor. Oh, AlphaTauri got tactics. Would those tactics, by any chance, be getting a tow up the main straight? As Gaz across line in 18-1 for Ferrari. That's on the softs. Oh, Gonzo just got to him. Goes up to P3, 16.8. Well, James OMG might be on a hot lap, actually. Brad the Stud. I think you mean Hilly the Stud. I'm Hilly the Stud, Whoopie. One Direction, is that your favourite band, Whoopie? I mean, that's horrendous. I'm not good. Do they even classify as a band? A boy band, I suppose. Horrendous. James doesn't look like he's giving this another go. I think he's just going to come into the pits. So let's go to someone who is on a lap, which is Gunnar, who's out on the medium tyres at the moment. Sorry, Taylor, did I just give your strategy away for qualifying? Everybody knows now. That was a big secret, that. Oh, what's happened to Whoopi? He's out. He's crashed it in sets it way. He's just up the track from here. He's got to be careful a little bit. Here, Gunnar. But he is off track, but he's crashed it into the wall. As Darcy retires out, he thinks that 16.5 is okay. I don't. Well, yeah. I think it probably is, guys. I'm not going to lie. I think he's safe on that. Gonzo retires that as well on 16.8. Again, I'm sure he's going to be okay on that. Whoopie, one of the fast guys, is out. Whoopie had a whoopsies. Definitely. At least you're chatting, buddy. You must be okay. Gunnar then went P6 on a 17.5. Let's go to... Oh, the Merc has invalidated, so let's go to the Haas behind him. Which is James OMG. No, he's not on a hot lap. He's 6 seconds down. Actually, for James, that could be a hot lap, but we'll just assume it's not, as on an in lap. James that we've spoken to here on the sauce is out as well. Mr. Whale, nice to know you there, and thank you ever so much, mate. You are now officially a year subscriber to Hilly. Congratulations, what a ride it's been. Oh, whoopee. Well, there you are, there's the job for you. Whoopie's got a boo-boo and he needs it kissing on his knee. Careful of the thing hanging next to his knee, don't not that bit. $17.3 from James. That puts him up to P6. We'll see if that's going to be safe. There's a lot of drivers still without times on the board. 7 drivers still. 19 on the grid tonight, as you can see. So, oh, Meatball's round. Sector 2. It's pretty much the same place as Whoopie, but obviously Meatball's not ended up in the wall. That's what it says on the toilet door in my local. Whoopie. Oh god, put your phone number next to it. Who's doing something here? This is Dam here. Just trying to look actually, because we got WAOF1 Mackenzie, which is Taylor Mackenzie, obviously. So there's a name change. He's got a WAOF1 prefix that automatically gives him pole. Congratulations. Anybody with any other league as a prefix like HRF1 or BRT or ARL automatically start at the back of the grid, by the way. Damn here, WAOF1 is he's not got a prefix. What's the what do you call it if it's at the end? A post pick? A post fix? Post? I don't know. It's usually pre and post, isn't it? I don't know. Postfix. Postfixer. Oh god, I can't even say it right. Don't even sound. It doesn't sound right, does it? Just down the road from where I live, it is Whoopi. I don't know who put it there. Right, just to give you a bit of information, our qualifying here in Mexico last season was, believe it or not, it was pole position for Danny, who doesn't drive. I think he's still in the server actually, Danny, but he hasn't driven for a long time. He took pole position on 1:15.734. I'm expecting us to go a bit quicker than that tonight, so we'll see, but I think we will. And hopefully we're going to be in for a better race than last year as well. I remember it wasn't the best race that we had at Mexico, but only 9 drivers finished last season actually in Mexico, so well, Mackenzie, those AlphaTauri tactics not working at the moment, buddy. I think we need to get a set of softs on. Let's go to Master Spread. I've got you with us tonight. So that's your prediction then, Whoopi. Pole by car C 15.5. Going to be my prediction. Was the pole position? We'll see. Whoever gets it right gets to do. Oh no, I've just been kicked from the lobby. Yeah, whoever gets it right's got to do a tequila shot. I'd say thanks, Whoopi. I will join in just a moment. Just need to let it come out. And users, thank you. Don't worry, Whoopi. I'll join off of yours because you did beat users to the invite. So, and I'll keep users. I'll keep yours for later. Usually, if I get kicked once, it ends up in 2 or 3 times. So. Make sure I press Y then. Don't want to end up in a car. Go, so. Right, lots of retirements since we left. I think they're all just in the pit. Well, they are all in the pit retirements. Oozers is retired in the pits on a 17.7. Maybe he feels he can't do any better. But, sure where he's been there. Still 5 minutes on the clock yet. James over the line. Let's go with James. The DRS open. And the big long straight in Mexico. And oh no, actually he's not on a hot lap. Sorry. We'll hold the hilly hot lap for now because he's not on a hot lap. The McLaren booming. Brian Vandenberg we've lost actually in the other McLaren. He's a debutant tonight, so welcome Brian to WAOF1. Just to mention that Brian didn't know he was going to be racing tonight till around about an hour before the lobby opened, so he's not had a chance to practice like everybody else, so just to say that. Newman goes P3, that's going to see him through safely at 16.5. Damir then over the line to start his probably final run. DRS open, yep. And we head up to turn 1, so it's going to be down to probably 3rd, turn 1. Head into turn 2. Just glide it over the curb of turn 2, but don't use the curb at turn 3, tends to be the way to go. Get on the power as quick as you can to head down this straight into the heavy braking late apex left-hander. Keep it as far left as you can in order to turn in better, have a better turn in for the right, and then the double right there, which I absolutely love that corner. All about getting good exit though for the small straight that takes us into the difficult middle sector, and through really nicely navigated, I have to say. Oh, don't invalidate, damn it. Oh. Damn it. That's a shame. He was on a really good lap there, damn it. The energy turned off, and he's going to have... Oh, he's going to pit. Okay, it's going to be touch and go for Damir if he can get out and do another lap or not, to be honest. Let's go with his teammate then. I'm not going to do the really hot lap here because in case these guys are listening to the stream, I don't want to put them off, so we'll leave it until start Q2 to do that, I think. So, see if Damir needs to be leaving the pits now. So, or coming out his garage now, I mean, so... I usually find it takes about 30 seconds in, 30 seconds out. There's something in the back of my mind saying that Mexico takes a bit longer than that, so you'd have to be super quick. I didn't notice that spreader had gone fastest at some point there, 16.3. See, much improved here. Heading up towards a 17.3, which is going to take him around the P9, P10 mark. Unless he gains a bit more through the final sector. Looks like he has, actually. So 17.0 goes up the P6. So that's Taylor safely through now. See that Damir is out on a lap. I have no idea if he's got enough time or not. So I think it's going to be touch and go. Yeah, 50 seconds from where he is a tall order, to be honest with you. But we'll see if he makes it. I don't think Damir will be driving a slow out lap here. He's probably driving this pretty much the same as you would drive any other lap. Into the stadium we come. Through the final corner. Oh, he's into the pits. Oh dear. Well, Gaza is in trouble. If Damir gets across the line here. He is going to, with 3 seconds to spare, he gets across the line, so we shall see. Big moment for the Tauri man. I think that Gaz's time definitely beatable for Damir, so I think this is an opportunity for a Q2. Attempts up in sector 1. Usually you'll find the sector 2 is probably placed. Oh no, oh no, that's an invalidation. Is he going to carry on and try and see what he could have done? Would have had an initial lift probably and annoyance, but that does mean that Gaza is safe and into Q2. Now he's backed out, look. Might give it a go just to see what he could have done, but not going to, so it's just a case of waiting for Damir now then, and we'll be through Q1. So one Tauri through safely in P6 with Taylor, as Damir comes into the pits. Hopefully he retires. Come on damn it, retire. Retire. Speed it up a little bit, please. Okay, it looks like he's going to get pushed into the bit, so just take a moment, but still. I'm not sure how much Well can hear me. I think I'm sure he said earlier on he's found a little bar where he's on holiday, isn't he, abroad? So I think he said he's found a little bar with free Wi-Fi, so to watch it on. So he may have the sound turned off, or there might be music on, so he just can't hear me or something. So there we go. Spread it through fastest in Q1, but obviously that's not the important part. The important part is getting through, which Junkie Emperor hasn't, Damir hasn't, Brian Vandenberg hasn't, and Whoopi, who crashed out going into the tricky part in sector 2, is out as well. They're the 4 drivers that leave us. So certainly Junkie and Whoopi, big surprises there. I don't know about Brian. It's the first I've ever seen him drive tonight, so maybe turn out to be a bit of a surprise once we know a bit more about him. But and Damir, sometimes out in Q1, he does sometimes get through to Q2 as well. So it's it's one of those. But heading to Q2, that I've got a feeling is going to be a super close session. Oh dear, Whoopi. Regular occurrence of this track. Do you like Spain then, mate? Sorry, what did I just say? It's because, do you know what? I got Spain on the mind because I'm driving Spain in the next 2 days. Wednesday and Thursday, I've got to drive there. So I've got Spain on the mind. I do speak Spanish at least, so I was half right. How come you don't like Mexico then, Whoopi? What about the track is it that you don't like? By the way, any of you guys out in Q1, if you're in the lobby and if you fancy it, you're more than welcome to join me. Just say that you join and I'll send you an invite if you fancy it. It's rest of qualifying. So that's James Adams out of track, but who was first? It looks like it might be Reed. Oh no, it's Oozers, my apologies. When I see 2 Alpha Romeos on track, I just assume the one in front is Reed. But not this time. It's a setup thing. Okay. Yeah, try mine, Whoopi. I made it quite recently using... Well, I used both sim racing setups and the car C setup as a base and sort of merged the 2 together, and I found it works really well. Of course, what you also find, there's an awful lot more grip in the race than there is at any stage before the race, so sometimes it can be a bit slippy until you actually get into the race, and all of a sudden it feels great. Wait, users. Oh, I should have done the hilly hop, that shouldn't I? Not bad through first parts. DRS open. So, just to mention for the race, the DRS zone here is a bit strange. So, the activation is just in the stadium section as you come up to the final corner, and so if you cross within a second of the car ahead there, even if you overtake them on the pit straight, you'll still get the DRS in the next DRS zone as well. So, bit odd in that sense. I think the same happens I think I'm right in saying the same happens at Hungary as well. So although there is 2 DRS zones, it's only got 1 activation point. So sector 2 and 3 yellow. Now that is either a Merc. I don't want to come off who's just about to come over the line, so 118.195. That Merc was Meatburl. I believe has missed it. I'm trying to let the drivers through. Anyway, lots of times going on to the board now. Let's ride on with James for the end of the lap. 16.0 for Reed. Handy for Q2. 16.6 for Carsey. 17.0 Spreader. 17.0 Gooner. 74 for Gonzo. 17.6 Dorian. James Adams just across the line with us. 17.7. Losers are on 18.1. Gaza 18.3. Most of those drivers, some of those drivers actually went quicker in Q1, so they've effectively just done a lap on the worn tyres from Q1. And Mexico is not nice to tyres, so a set of softs will be substantially slower on those second runs compared to the first. So really explain some of the differences in their times. Meatburl is going again. Moomin came into the pits. That's 256.784. Reed, tyres out in the pits. I think he can safely say that the 16.0 is going to get him through to Q3, and people could probably say the same about the 16.197 as well. Racing J there is at a moment of something. He's recovering, and he's going to go into the pits. So, right, we've got a couple on 8 laps. He's just going around to finish his out lap. Too much curve. Drag you into the pits if you take too much of it, but there we go. Gonzo 3 laps same tyre. Yeah, so well, you can confirm for me then, Gonzo. It takes a lot out of the tyres around here, doesn't it? To run on the softs particularly, of course. Mackenzie out at the moment on a set of mediums. It's a bit unusual for Q2. Oh, scary. I've read that. Sorry, Gonzo. Sorry. I misread that. My apologies. Well, Taylor is getting the lap done, but doesn't look to me like he's really attacking this at all. So. Which there's no point really. If he just wants to get a time on the board, then yeah, just drive around and stick one on the board. But there's no real point in attacking it on the mediums because there's just no way around here. So P11 still doesn't even get into the top 10 on that, which isn't a real surprise. So let's go now to Newman. All the tyres in the pits as well. He feels he's done enough. Absolutely concur with. To be absolutely honest with you, I think Cartoon Racing J have probably done enough on 16.6 and 16.7. I'm not sure I'd retire on it, but I think they probably have done enough. Into the stadium then, and out the final corner. A bit much curve on the final corner. And over the line, 16.7. No, he goes P4 just ahead of Racing J. I'd put a bit of doubt in Racing J's mind, perhaps. Still got Mamo behind him, Master Spread, and Gooner. They're all certainly capable of getting. So I may have spoken a bit too quick regarding the 16.7 of Racing J. Maybe too many drivers that are capable of 16s behind him. Gaz at the moment, I've got absolutely no idea what he's capable of. around here. I don't think he expected. I don't think he realised how close he was to dropping out in Q1. Gonzo across the line goes P3 on a 16.4 on those lovely fresh softs. That's what difference it makes. Top 6 at the moment, covered by 7 temps. Close, but not super close. Having said that, 4th to 7th, sorry, 4th to 6th is literally a tenth, so actually more like a tenth and a half. So there are bits which are close. But we're with Gunnar now, who's already found a couple of attempts in sets of 1, which automatically puts into a 16.8. Sure, he's likely to find more throughout the lap as well. So you might about the middle sector here. It is difficult, and we almost certainly will see people spinning and crashing there in the race, but oh, he's just been a bit greedy on the exit. It's just invalidated him. The right front did stay just about the right side of the line, I feel, but the way the car was pointed, I think the right rear must have crossed. And into the pits he comes. He's got plenty of time to do another run, so no major issue. So I've still got to do that really hot lap as well, so actually let's go to gas up. Moving 6.5 tenths. Take it to a 17.7, which is where his teammate is at the moment, in P11. So presumably he's got a bit more in the final sector. Over the line, pretty much 1.1 seconds improvement. Actually only puts him in P10, which is a bit surprising, but probably his last run. I don't know. I mean, he can get round to the pits and pit again for a new set if he's got it. So that way slowing down there. I'm just wondering, it might be his last go. James invalidates. He was improving. It's invalidation there from James. Again, he's got the time to get in. Dorian is coming around to start a lap. So here we go. We'll do the hilly hot lap with Dorian then, before I could forget it completely. Comes then over the line and over the DRS line, open that up, head up to turn 1. Late braking, late apex into the turn, but you must make the inside in usually third, gearing up to 4th then to come through turns 2 and 3. And we have a gentle right-hander just to take us out and down the road to turn 4. Late braking as far as you can to the right and keep it as far as you can to the left. Really open up this corner and allow you to get on the power that much earlier. And it's double right. I've got to say, it's right up there, one of my favourite corners of the season. Beautiful corner. Again, it's all about the exit speed though. And throw it in. You've got to be confident through this difficult part of sector 2. Not enough curb being used, I feel, from Dorian there. DRS open again here. And down into the stadium we head. Pretty nice through the right-hander, and then slowest corner of the lap. Difficult on traction out of that slow corner, so just be a bit careful. And then through the final corner, get on the power again. Traction could be a bit low, especially if you like to run a high front wing, so just be a bit careful on the final corner as well. Dorian across the line then, 117.252. That puts him ahead of Gaza into P10. Gaza is in the pits. We'll see if he comes out again. Just got enough time to have another go if he wants one. May as well. He's got nothing to lose now. He's in P11 anyway, so may as well just go out, even if it's on an old set, and just absolutely bomb it round as best he can. As Genzi invalidates. He hasn't got time to go in and come out again, so see these guys a bit further down maybe as James gets himself out the way for, well, it looked like an Alpine, but it can't have been. So I don't know Alpine's out there. So Master Spread's just crossed the line and gone P3. I missed him. It's 1:16.398. That will see him into Q3. James OMG, freshly back from his hollybobs. Hope he had a good time. Looked like he was having a good time. Took a pictures of his legs saying that he looked like hot dogs. Right, here he comes over the line then. So no personal best on the board at the moment for James. Really needs to make this one count. Last attempt. Time to beat is 1:17.252. Turn one is just a little bit wide on turn 1, but it shouldn't affect him too much. Come out, open up the RS again. Into turn 4. Plenty of time to be earned for this little sequence of corners here. Again, it's just a little bit wide. Just affects your next part of the next corner a little bit. Pretty nice for the double right-hander, and then attack the curb. You've got to attack the curbs. It's only some not confident enough to do it, but it's where the time is. The time is in the curbs. You've got to attack them. Nicely done for the slow left. I did actually, in talking, I completely missed the split time, so I've got no idea if I'm improving or not, but heads to the line, 1:16.9 for James OMG, and he goes P9, knocking out Gunnar. Gunnar is out. That's a shock. At the moment, James Adams is P10. His oozers, he's not improving the invalidated oozers, so he'll be starting P15. So, just this man remaining, and the irony being, if Gaza can find the time, still needs to find a bit more. If he does find it, it would be his teammate that he's knocking out in a way. But obviously there's still Gunnar and Dorian to try and get ahead of, so even if he can't get ahead of his teammate, he's going to get Dorian here. 1:17.182 puts him in P12, so ahead of Dorian. And it's better from Ferrari actually this week, 10th and 12th. Bit better. As was out Q1 last week, so what this man's pace is on a Tuesday night. Definitely, I promise you, Gaza is 100% capable of the 1:16 around here easily. So, I'm not sure where his pace is at the moment. It might be that he's going for championships and other leagues, which means he's concentrating on those races. Perhaps. Reed quickest in Q2 on a 1:16.036. Meatbrill second. That's the spread. Gonzo, Mamo, Carsey, Moomin Ryder Racing J. James OMG, James Adams, both into the top 10. And that's the 10 drivers that will be going and competing for the pole position shootout. Unfortunately, though, we lose Gunnar, which is a big shock in Q2. Gaza as well. Dorian, Mackenzie, another shock. And Oozers, who invalidated that last run and will start P15. Gunnar just couldn't hook a lap up. 3 sets of soft shoes, he still can't get through. Well, yeah, I think that is the nature of this track, Gunnar, isn't it? It is difficult to hook a lap up round here. It's, you know, so I think almost having a good, like, how can I explain this? So, having a good pace when you're not actually pushing is important around here. So, being able to not really feel like you're pushing, but still being able to put decent time on the board, I think that's a good thing to practice. Do that in time trial. You don't need to just because you're in time trial doesn't mean you've got to be trying to improve your actual PB all the time. You can drive around and do lap after lap. It will help your race pace by doing that. Yeah, I'd agree, Taylor. As long as we don't have the same race as last year, it was a bit of a nightmare last year, this one. Only 9 drivers finished last season, this one. So, and it's the middle sector. It's every time it's the middle sector. Yellow flag. Oh, where's that? Oh, look, it's in sector 2. It's not often something else happens. Sometimes started. Well, yeah, on the restarts or the start of the race or the restarts, maybe turns 1, 2, and 3 could be a bit of a nightmare. I think that's the nature of turn 1 is so wide. You could actually probably fit 4 cars on the entry of turn 1, and then suddenly it's very, very narrow into turn for going into turn 2 and then 3. So I think because of that nature, the way the track does that, I think is why we do see incidents here at those corners. But here we go. Here we go then with KRC. Let's see the man in action. I think KRC will always be favourite for pole position at the moment, but I think we've certainly seen from Reed and Meatbro that they can certainly challenge him, and Spreader's not been far off the pace either, to be fair to him. And I've got a funny feeling that the pace is going to jump up a little bit. I may have been dreaming saying a 15.2 for the pole, but then I thought that before with these guys. Certainly qualifying where it could be possible. They're all in it, and they're all potentially therefore could end up pushing each other. RC first across the line, 15.491, so we're already to a 15.4, my goodness me. That's scary. Rudy boy, he's just going to. Oh, he's invalidated. Crossed the line to a 1:15.8, but invalidated it. I think James is on his way. James OMG. It's 1:17.7. Gonzo has invalidated. Where's the Ferrari? James Adams is on his way. Racing J, then not too far behind him, so James looks like he's going to get a clean one on the board. So 17.5 from him. Racing J immediately behind, crosses to 16.5, which puts in P2 for the moment. Mamo across the line, 16.3. And Meatbro has invalidated his first run. Reed coming through sector 2 now. I don't know if you heard just a moment ago, Taylor. I said maybe I was dreaming, thinking a 15.2 might be pole, and then now Carsey on his first run's done 15.4. I'm thinking, oh, it might actually happen. Reed then is into the pits as well. So Meatbro, Reed, Gonzo not getting the time on the board on the first runs. Now they're clever to come into the pits immediately because they can still do 2 more runs with the amount of time that's left on the board. But as long as they get out quick, if that's what they want to do. So at the moment it's Carsey from Mamo. Master spread in P3, Racing J4, Moomin 5, James Adams in 6, James OMG in 7. That's where the gap appears. So as seems to always happen on Tuesday nights, we do sort of have this first group. Actually, it can sometimes end up split into 3 groups, where we have a first group, then a middle group, and then a group fighting for sort of 8, 9, 10. But see how that goes. Racing J Slat track. I don't know why he's crossed the line again. Surely he's not having another go. Well, I suppose actually what he's probably doing is just having a little practice, because ultimately this set of tyres will not be used again once he gets back to the pits. So you can see the blistering on them actually. So look towards the outside of the tyre, about a quarter of the way across on the left hand side, you can see a line appear on the tyre which blistering. Definitely Taylor. Can't take it away from him, it's exceptional. That will invalidate that run from Racing J, but Carsey is on his way round to start another run, so let's go with him. Reed as well, just coming into the stadium section to finish his outlap. Come down, Gonzo. It's the goat, the go! Sort of you're the goat, Gonzo. Gonzo the goat. You've got the best names to be called a goat. Gonzo the goat. So he's not counting it there. He's 0.065 down and set to 1. Oh, and he invalidates there. So looks like that's going to be Carsey's best time. Best time of the session. And who said 15.4 actually? Somebody did say 15.4. You've got to go and pour yourself. Gonzo, actually, it was you. You guessed either 15.4 or 15.5. I'm going to say that both of those are correct. So, Whoopi as well, you guessed a 15.5. But because it's a 4.91, I'm going to accept 15.5 as well. So you two need to go and pour yourselves a shot of tequila. Make it 2. Drink one for me as well. Tequila for you guys. Don't drink it before the race, please. And I hope all the drivers, instead of wearing helmets tonight, you're all wearing sombreros. Very disappointing if you're not. So 16.5 from Moomin, improves by 2 tenths and goes P5, well, stays P5 in fact, but so improves his time to those that haven't got one on the board yet. I think Bro's just started his lap. So from what we've seen, to be honest, well, I don't know. I mean, it looks like Meatball and Reed are probably the only two that may have any chance of beating Carsey, but I think that time he's put on the board might just be too much, you know. So, we'll see. The other thing, of course, with Mexico, with the long straight at the start, the pole sitter actually does become a little bit vulnerable down to turn 1, so we'll see. Or Capri. Oh, right then. Yeah, have a Capri Sun then, Taylor. You could have that instead. I'll allow it. Ugh, I don't want Jack Daniels. It's damn whiskey. Ugh. I think we all can't wait, Taylor. It's going to be, well, it's just looking forward to it. 15.769 from Meat Barrel puts him in a very solid P2. Teammate of this evening is already in P3 and heading out on track for his final run. To Racing J, no, he's invalidated and backed out. James Adams is half a second up on his PB. This is very close to getting him into the 16s. And he does, 16.7. That's a nice lap from James Adams. Well done, man. So, well, he stays P7, but it's put a big buffer now between him and James OMG. Does look like the two James may be battling each other. It does seem to happen. They're solid top 10 drivers, but do tend to almost like magnets to each other. That so close. So I'm just going to come off for this one because obviously we've not got any sort of. Oh, I'm out. Don't be silly. So here's one then. Spreader. His last lap and slightly up through set to 1. So just to give you an idea, it's likely he's going to be battling for P3 here with Mamo, and he's to find basically 2 attempts would put him just ahead of Mamo. It's over set to 2 and he's 1.142. That's not quite enough. You will need a bit more. Look nice through the final corner. So to the right hand side and 16.175 gains 3 tenths in the end. Improvement, goes P3. Very decent from Spreader and Mamo. He's already over 2 tenths down in set to 1, so obviously made a mistake in turn 1 or something. Let's see any of the others are improving. Here's Reed. Cross line 16.093, that puts him into P3, goes ahead of Spreader. So fair play to Meatbro and Reed. They only got the one run in, effectively, having invalidated the first runs. Quite difficult to do that. So, what's this man? For the party. I'm sure James is on an in lap, so. Oh, maybe not actually. I think he just improved that to a 17.0 James OMG. So he stayed in P9 but improved his time. Here's Gonzo 116.4. Unbelievably only puts in P7. But the Red Bulls P6 and P7. And they've shown their ability in races recently, pace-wise, so I feel that they'll both have very good race pace. I need to have that pace without the spins, that's the only thing. So there we have it, that's the end of qualifying, and it's congratulations to Carsey, who takes pole position on a 15.1. So to give you an idea of how the league's improving, that is 5.5 tenths quicker than last season's pole position, who was Danny. And yes, Carsey was here then, and he was driving that night, so 5.5 tenths quicker than last year's pole sitter, or last season's pole sitter, should I say, Danny. Let's hope we can improve on the only 9 drivers finishing stat as well. That would be nice. That's all the instance of Q3. Not much there to speak of, so yeah, so massive well done then to Carsey on pole position. Meatbro P2 and Reed P3, Spreader 4, Mamo, Racing J, Gonzo, and I'm not sure after that because it disappeared and my memory's terrible. So if you're listening and you're a driver, please remember, do not ready up on the grid until you are told at pain of death, because users will kill you. So you've been warned, you know, don't come complaining to us if you get killed after by users. It's, you know, it's within the rules, so, you know, just deal with it, really. Yeah, good luck from the back, Whoopie, but hey, you should be able to avoid the early stuff. I wouldn't even, see, when I do that, I wouldn't even bother trying to overtake up the main straight to gain a few places. I'd just stay at the back. But yeah, we'll see how you do it. But there we go. Anyway, guys, we do have a few minutes, so I'm going to quickly make myself another coffee because I drank mine ages ago and I need another one. And I will be back for the start of the race, so I'll see you very shortly. See you soon. Who's Dark Lord? He is a driver in PRF1. Why? Is he just joined or something? Yeah, he's a driver in PRF1, so you have also got a race tonight, so perhaps he saw my name and joined, thinking it'd get him into the right lobby, but it's not. Oh well. Ah, he's not, is he? If that's the case, we probably need to do a restart. Just a second. Alright, guys, just say I'll be back shortly. Right, guys, I'm back with you as we go to the formation lap. So, Welcome then to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexican Grand Prix. Track was built in 1959. The father of Mexico's most famous racing brothers, Ricardo and Pedro Rodriguez, was an advisor to the president of Mexico and had a word in boss's ear about building a racing circuit in Mexico City. Formula One cars arrived here in 1962 for a non-championship race, returning the following year for a proper bona fide Grand Prix. That 1963 Grand Prix was won by Jim Clark, while for the next few years Mexico's Fiesta vibes meant it became the traditional season ender for Formula One. Mexico was welcomed back onto the F1 calendar in 2015 after some time out. It's the highest track of the season, sits over 2,000 kilometres above sea level. 71 laps of this 4.304 kilometres. Luckily, we're a 50% league, so we'll be doing 36 laps, as you can see on your screen. The lap record here is 117.774. That record is held from 2021 and by Valtteri Bottas. And real life's podium last season was Max Verstappen P1, Lewis Hamilton P2 and Sergio Perez in P3. Last season's WAOF1 podium was Danny in first after taking pole position as well. Dean Bryson second, Freeman Geese came third. The lap record here for WAOF1 is 1 minute 16.996, held by tonight's pole sitter Carsey as they come onto the grid to fill their positions. As you can see, Carsey starting on the hards, Meatburl on the softs. Meatburl is Meatburl's strategy here is hinged on whether he takes P1 off the start here. He has to get ahead of Carsey. As the lights come on, all 5 lights on. Out they go, and away we go in Mexico. Haas comes to the inside. That's James OMG, who of course would have had the host advantage. Carsey staying pretty level at the moment with Meatburl. I can't say this enough, he needs to get ahead. And he does. There's turn 1. I think Spreader's pretty close as well. So we'll stay P3 by the looks of it. The 2 Red Bulls both up 1 place each as we head out of turn 3. So Meatburl's got the first job done. The fact that Carsey started on hards, Meatburl should be able to create a gap here. Something has happened to Moomin, and he drops down to P17. And, Brian Vandenberg alongside Whoopi there, who's going to try and make his way through the field. Brian was a little bit slow out the right-hander there, and so Dark Lord has managed to nip through as well, while Oozers, as Moomin goes to the inside of him, Oozers might have got a little bit of a nudge there, and it's allowed Whoopi to take advantage as well and go through into P17. So, meanwhile, up the front, there's the gap. That's Meatburl at the bottom of our screens, Carsey at the top. So 2 seconds is the gap after 1 lap. That is the power of the soft tyres around here. As Master Spread now will look to have go Carsey, and he does. He's going to go at the inside. We all know that while these guys are getting away from Carsey here, while they're getting past, getting away, we know that when Carsey goes presumably to mediums later in the race, he's going to be lightning. So in terms of Meatball, he really needs to create a gap here. He needs, I would say on the softs, he needs at least 8 seconds out of these softs ahead of Carsey, or Spreader in name. It's, that is on the presumption that Meatball's decided to go with a 2-stop. If he's, I think Racing J might have had a moment. Oh, he has. He's lost his front wing, Racing J. Yeah, that's presuming Meatball's going to do a two-stop. Now, he may not do. He may just go soft to hard. To yellow is Dorian, who hasn't lost a wing or anything. He's not causing himself any damage. So drops down to the back. Also started on the soft tyres, and Racing J makes it back to the pit lane and is in. Junkie Emperor is in as well. I only presume he's lost a wing. Now, I'm actually quite surprised we didn't get a safety car. 2 wings have gone at the same time, unless it was just an end plate, mate. Oh dear, that's Gonzo. So that's the other Red Bull. So he's still got his wing, but he's missing the right end plate. So on the left-hand turns, that is going to really hurt. And through this fast middle sector, it's going to really hurt as well. So you've got to assume he will have to pit. I don't think he's going to. He's on hards as well. He's not going to want to do a whole hard stint with an end plate missing. So there you have it. 3.5 seconds to lead now from Meatbro. Still sticking to it. I think if he can make 8 seconds on the softs, he could potentially two-stop this. The only problem with two-stopping is you are, of course, vulnerable to the safety car at any point. And there's always a chance around here of a safety car. There's every chance we could do this race without a safety car. But there's always the risk. Because of Sector 2, there is always a risk. As Gonzo makes it back to the pits. Let's go back to car CU. Looks like he's starting to give Spreader a bit of a hard time here. The DRS is now open. Or enabled, and is now open. Didn't look to defend that time, didn't feel the need. Carsey tries a little switch back. Oh, Spreader got. That might have had Carsey's heart in his mouth for a moment then, as Spreader just lost it slightly. Lucky enough, he caught it in time. These two battling like this will just allow Meatball to just get away even further. Just trying to look down, so I'm not 100% sure how long a pit stop is here. I don't think it's particularly long. 20 seconds maybe, 19, 20 seconds, I would guess. But the Spreader just got away out of the final corner there, so I don't think Curtis can have a chance. It's turn 1. So maybe a bit like last lap, he may get a chance into turn 4 again. So there isn't getting dragged into using his energy here. Tries to outbrake him into the left-hander. Just like last time. He's on the outside, he's going to have the inside going into the tight sector. This is almost a carbon copy of last time, just without Spreader getting out of shape. A little bit wrong in the first part of the middle sector though, so... So we'll open the DRS and use this just as a way to catch on to the back. A little bit of the gearbox to Spreader. He comes around the final corner almost on the gearbox. The position's his. And in terms of the win, this is hurting right now. This is really hurting because Carsey right now is 6.5 seconds behind Meatball already, as he does now take P2 off a Spreader. Had to be patient in the end, but finally gets the opportunity on the pit straight. Yeah, superb, wasn't it? Well, what a battle that was. Thoroughly enjoyed that. As Damir makes up a place further down on Oozers and is still battling as well. Oozers might get a chance to come back. Although presumably Damir will have the DRS, of course. Moomin and Whoopi are battling as well. So I'd love to watch all the battles at the same time, but I'm not that talented. So we've got a set to 2 yellow. It's Taylor. He's round. And rejoins safely just in front of Brian Vandenberg. He's doing alright in the McLaren at the moment. He's started on the hards down at the back. Second last. Just to say that. There's the commentator for you. He's doing alright at the moment. 3-second penalty. Bang. Wallop. Have it. Yeah, started P18 actually, didn't he? He's up 2 places, but started on the hards. So his race, or his strategy, may come to fruition a little bit later on. Now Carsey is past Spreader. He's keeping the gap to Meatbro honest. To be fair, he's keeping it honest at the moment, and that will gradually begin to drop unless Meatbro pits, which I think he needs to. Gaza is round in turn 2, and he waits to rejoin safely. Nicely done from Gaza. Doesn't rush into it. Just looking to see if there's any damage. It's unusual for a car to spin down there unless they've had a contact with someone. If I'm honest, the curbs ain't nice down there, but they're not really curbs that spin you around. Look at the 2 Red Bulls now next to each other on track, but in the wrong place. Next to each other, down in 18th and 19th now when they qualified 6th and 7th. So Dorian gets ahead of Brian, and he's up to... No, is that right? Yeah, I think he has gotten ahead of Brian, and is to move on now. He's looking down at the front. As 2 McLarens battle each other. And Moomin's not got a front wing. Sorry, so that was Brian getting past Moomin. I see, and Moomin helps his teammate out a little bit by holding the Ferrari up. Just to rub the salt in the wounds, picks up 5 seconds into the pits. Have you got any others? Oh, look at it. What did I say about these 2? They're attracted to each other. What can you say? They just end up stuck to each other all the time, these two James. It's incredible. James Adams and James OMG every week. Right now, it's advantage James OMG, though. He may be the car behind, but I'm telling you, these guys that are going to go to mediums later on are going to have a big pace advantage. So, Carsey's gradually eating into the lead now. Only a little bit, and Meatbro is in. I think he's realised that now is the optimum time. Carsey's gaining, but he's not gaining by loads, but if he stays out Meatbro, Carsey will start to gain. So, Meatbro into the pits. Now, say something controversial here. It's not completely out of the realms of possibility that Meatbro could take these mediums to the end of the race. I know, you think I'm mad, but it's not out of the realms of possibility. However, it probably wouldn't be very quick to do that, so I would suggest that he probably is two-stopping and we'll come to medium, another second set of mediums later on. As Dorian is also in. And he also goes to medium tyres. Spreader hasn't disappeared from Carsey, by the way. This is Spreader to Carsey. Everyone picks up 3 seconds. They are mounting up now. He went to mediums, so presumably a pit again, served that 5 seconds. Oh, Brian Vandenberg's round. It's on the left-hander, so was he battling? Again, that's another place. It'd be very unusual to lose it on your own. So whether he was battling or not, I'm not sure. Yeah, do you know what? That's a great chance. Well, great shout. Damir is doing very well. He's up into P11 at the moment. Staving off Oozers at the moment is also doing well. Oh, dearie me! And Oh no. Well, well. You just saw that, I presume. Just yeah. I'm sorry, man, but just boot him now because first race, and it looks like he's just deliberately retired into the pit wall. Sorry, not in the pit wall, but into the wall, and he's caused. I think it's a VSC. I can't. I'm pretty sure this is a VSC. It's nobody near the pit lanes to take advantage of this. Yeah, it is a VSC. So he crashed into the wall there, and that did look deliberate to me. Hitting the wall seemed pretty rough, and look, Junkie's got a drive-through because of that. Oh, dearie me. Okay, and Start Lord spun round as well. So that's a... Yeah, I'm completely in agreement, Jay Matthews. I'm not... Hello, by the way. Thank you for joining, Jay. Yeah, that's it. Well, it certainly looked it to me, and to be quite honest, if someone does that, I don't care if it's their first race or whether it's their 100th race, they're still getting kicked. And it's completely out of order. As Oozers gets past Damir for P10. Junkie Emperor is into service drive-through, so so what Brian has done there has most definitely affected another driver's race as he picked up the drive-through under the VSC which he caused. As Meat Burl is flying at the moment. He's already up to P6. The next driver up the road, 5 seconds up the road, but is his teammate, so he's not going to put up any sort of battle. As Gunnar is in. So that might mean that Gunnar's two-stopping, you know. It's a little bit early to pit to go to the hards, so... I mean, don't get me wrong, you could get the hards to the end from here with no trouble whatsoever, so he might switch. He has switched to hards, in fact, so he's just decided to stop early. That's going to make the later part of the race a bit difficult for him, I expect, but I presume he's done that in order to try and get an undercut effect on the guys that are going hard medium, particularly. Sorry, there are so many battles right now for me to watch. Let's get to this one. This is Gonzo and Gunnar. Oh, boys, come on. Careful. Better. Gonzo has the inside. He didn't look too confident about that, did he? But in the end... I think that a bit of contact they had at the start of the battle seemed to make them both a little bit wary towards the end of the battle then. But Gonzo is through. Either that, or Gunnar was like, no, you carry on, I want the DRS when we get to the straight. Yeah, there has been some great ones. Yeah, it has. Well, don't let it take away from the race. It's still been a fantastic race. As Oozers now comes back at Damir. These guys, by the way, battling for P9, which is a superb position for both of these guys. So they're driving very, very well. Obviously, they aren't both yet to pit, but then most of the guys ahead of them are as well, to be fair. And in fact, half the guys behind them are as well. So they are on for a good result, these two tonight. Just keep this going. Gunnar wasn't able to get past Gonzo on the straight. Yeah, I don't know whose idea it was to start this league well, but it was a good one. So now we're around about pit stops. Well, in fact, Master Spread's just pitted off of the mediums. So yeah, we're around about the pit stop territory now. I would have said 14 or 15 laps. So still say that's possibly a lap early from Spreader, but it's not bad. It's okay. It's look where Meatball is. So Spreader is out and on track. He comes out in P8. So it's a pretty good feeling when you make your pit stop and you come out as high as P8. Meatball here, just to give you an idea, he is currently for that 9.5, that 11.5 movement. McLarens are having an absolute disaster of a day. Moonman's lost his right end plate, and I wouldn't be that shocked if he gave up here. Hopefully he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't, but it's been one of those days, isn't it? With Moomin's a great driver. It's just he's having one of those days. That's all. But hopefully he goes to the end. Because you never know what can happen. As I said, with sector 2, there's every chance that we'll see a safety car. So, but he is a lap down now, Moomin. Just looking at Meatbro, he's now closed that gap down to Mamo. So, yeah, he's just over 10 seconds behind car seat. So certainly when car seat pits, Meatbro will take the lead. Problem for Meatbro is, for this strategy to work, he needs to be a pit stop ahead of car seat when he pits. So, you know, after car seat's pitted, I mean. So he's got a lot of catching up to do yet. And Mamo, of course, is a reserve, so he may play the teammate game, or he may not. He doesn't have to. Nothing in the rule book that says he has to. Personally, myself, if I was reserving, I would still play the teammate game. Because he could end up being your teammate when you get a full-time drive. Fair. Probably not going to need to play the teammate game here because I'd already argued that he hasn't. He's battled him. But now they're on the straight. This is going to be the easiest overtake that's ever happened. Oh, Damir has spun it. Sorry, there's the overtake. It's a guaranteed overtake anyway, guys, and it's done. But I wanted to go down to Damir. He spun it in sector 2, and he's dropped to P16. James Adams is into the pits, so this is his moment now to try and get an advantage on the other James. Oh, hello. Look at this. Oh, we're going 3 wide. Oozers, Gonzo, Gooner is joining just there. So, sorry, it's Mackenzie, isn't it? Mackenzie, Gonzo, Gooner, and Oozers. Looks like Oozers drops to the back of this, so P10 for Oozers now. Taylor battles away. Try and fight off Gonzo. They are genuinely fighting for position, those two. Neither of them are pitted. Technically, Gonzo has pitted because he's on 12-lap mediums, but what I mean, they're both going to need to stop still, so I don't think the Hards do a whole race, which is effectively, because both of them have made a stop, by the way, so Taylor also has pitted. So I don't think the Hards will do all of this race. I think he'll still have to stop. But what he can do is just keep pushing it out. Just keep pushing it out and wait for a safety car if it occurs. And then, obviously, once the tyres just get too bad, then he just backs out and takes whatever's on offer after that. But here he goes again, then Gonzo, and this looks pretty straightforward. Up the inside, on the straight, and up into P7 for Gonzo. Sado There's two guys yet to pit, whereas Gunnar in the Aston behind has already pitted. Further down there was a move made. I think Whoopi just got past Gaza. I'm not surprised you're enjoying it. You're probably about 4 pints in. And the rest. Sat in a lovely bar in, was it Spain? Can't remember. Where was it? I can't remember. Whatever country it is you've gone to anyway, you're sat in a lovely bar, however many pints in, listening to me, so of course you're enjoying it. Anyway, Spreader does get back past Reed, but Reed is on those fresh mediums. He's going to be lightning quick, and you would imagine he's going to get on to Spreader. At the moment, James OMG is on the back of Reed, but James still has to pit. So the hard tyre starters you'd be expecting in somewhere around lap 21. Could be a little bit before, it could be a little bit after. So, just looking down the field, have we got any battles going on? Gaz's within DRS of Dark Lord, so it's a potential. Dark Lord's reserving tonight, so great reserve. You never know. If he enjoys himself, he might see coming over. As you said, Dark Lords didn't qualify, he joined too late for qualifying, so started from the back in the Alpine, and he's so he's up 7 places at the moment. Hasn't, well, again, he actually did pit at the start. No, he's just going around onto lap 19, so no, sorry, he hasn't pitted yet. As Gonzo does, and this is where he finds out actually where he's managed to recover to, really. He's going to come out there in P14, so he's doing a pretty good job, actually. The two cars directly ahead both have to pit, and his teammate and Mackenzie will also have to pit, so I think he's technically running P10. I'm not sure about James OMG, he's still got to pit as well, but I think he would come out ahead of Gonzo. So I think Gonzo's recovered and is effectively running P10, which is really good from where he was. As our leader is in, so Meatbro will retake the lead of this race. Now, that's what I mean. Meatbro's only about 2 laps away from pitting himself. And when he pits, of course, Carsey will retake the lead of this race. Will Meatbro have enough of an advantage when he comes out the pits again to then try and catch Carsey? Of course, Meatbro has a penalty as Reed... Oh, sorry, Mama's in the pits. That's that. But Reed up into P4 then, and he's about 1.8 seconds to catch Spreader, who's also got a penalty, so technically doesn't need to get past Spreader, but he probably will do in a way, because a lot of time to go yet. He can easily pick up a penalty himself. There's a sector 2 yellow there, but I looked down at sector 2 and couldn't see anything, so... the other Red Bull, by the way, of Racing J is into the pits. He's going to drop a bit further, so Oozes is going to come by here. But I think he'll stay ahead of Dorian. We've still got to pit again yet, in a way, Dorian, so... There we have it. So Racing J out on a fresh set of mediums. Oozes on 2-lap hards. So I wouldn't have thought it'd take too long for Racing J to get through. And then the Red Bulls will be running next to each other, position-wise. Not really next to each other, it's going to be about a 10-second gap. So he picks himself up 3 seconds as well. So let's just go to... So this is Whoopi and James Adams. The other James is in the pits, so if you remember that the two James were battling each other. James Adams is definitely going through. How much by is James OMG going to be able to come back at him later on with the tyre advantage? He's going to have plenty of other cars he's going to have to get past as well. I think strategy-wise, I think James Adams has worked better today by the looks of it. A long way to go yet, but at the moment it's looking like it has. As Racing J makes the move on Oozers. And is immediately on to Mackenzie, who's just pitted actually. So Mackenzie here is just pitted. His tyres are going to be cold. You would think Racing J is going to be able to take advantage of that. He's going to have DRS on him here in a way. And he's going to be able to have, well, he's going to have a lot more grip in the corners as well for the moment. So yeah, Racer J up into P13. So, yeah. So actually Gonzo did get ahead of James OMG when James pitted. So Gonzo effectively now has recovered to P9. He's just gotten ahead of Gaza on track. But so Dark Lord ahead of him still has to pit. But he's only just ahead of him. As you can see, so... Is he going to pit here? He is actually. He's going to pit out the way. That will give Gonzo DRS still with a nice free bit of road in front of him. It's going to help him close the gap a little bit to James Adams. Oh no, actually, sorry, I do apologise, but James Adams has got DRS off of Whoopi actually, so... Cheeky plug-in coming. What you plug-in? Don't see your butt. Mackenzie Noedo has his tyres up to temperature now. And he's still on the back of Racing J. I'm trying to work out at the moment where the battles are actually coming from. At the moment, Carsey is just gone under 10 seconds to meet Bro, so I think, to be honest with you, I think Meat Bro, when he pits, will actually come out behind Reed, so... I have to say, Reed's having some race here. Doing very much like last week. He's going under the radar a little bit because he's not having to actually battle people. He's having a bit of a lonely one, but he's driving extremely well. And Zeke not going to get close enough this time. Penalties are starting to mount up down the grid now though. I think he's got. It'll be a two-stop, mate. So he started on the softs, he went to the mediums, and I well, thinks I was nuts in saying that he might be able to get to the end on the one set of mediums, but I'm sure it's possible, but it's a risk. It's a massive risk, to be honest. I think the thing is, he can risk it for a win, or he can pit and take what I think would be a pretty guaranteed P3, but he needs to pit now. Because the people behind him are closing up too much. I can see what it is that, I mean, ultimately he wants to, if he does pit, he wants to be able to come out with as much tyre advantage on the guys ahead as he can. So, the longer he leaves it to pit, the better, in that sense. Just like Gaz is doing. Gaz is probably, I think, going hard soft maybe. Surely if it's hard medium, he'd have pitted by now. Gaza goes to the back of James Owen G. Moment. That was drying up a little bit. Gonzo, I think, is going to get a run on James Adams. He is indeed. It's done way before the braking zone. He's going to get pretty close to the back of Whoopi by the end of it. And you still have DRS again. As a yellow flag appears, and I think that was Junkie Emperor. Another one having a bit of a torrid time today. As Dorian pits again. Now, Dorian's done the same amount of laps on his tyres that Meatbro has, and Dorian feels it's time to pit. And Meatbro laps him. It's antsy to me. So, either Meatbro is going to the end of this race, or attempting it in a way. It's an Aston. Is that good? It was Gunnar. He's lost his front wing. Gunnar spun it in sector 2, and he's lost his front wing, and that is going to prevent what was going to be a really good result. Oh, James. Okay, that's not James Adams' best moment, to be honest. It would have been frustrating for him being stuck behind a guy with no wing. He may not have actually known. So he may not have realised that Gunnar had lost his front wing, to be honest. Obviously you can't see the front of the car, so there's every chance he may not have realised. You would have thought you'd be able to tell by the way that the Aston was manoeuvring, but again, just to rub salt into the wound, Gunnar gets 5 seconds as well. And that is Racer J getting ahead of Gaza. Nice racing from the pair of them, but ultimately not a lot Gaza could do about that. He's there on 25 lap hard tyres. And that is a McLaren, so that must be Moomin, who's lost another wing. Goodness me. Well, this is costing McLaren an absolute fortune tonight. Is there a quota on front wings for the season? They've used the quota tonight. But no, it's just one of those days, isn't it, for McLaren? It's just gone completely wrong tonight. Sorry for Moomin. I don't know what happened to him at the start. I think there was some sort of lap 1 incident before him, but he qualified well. Lap 1 incident. There's every chance, of course, having had a lap 1 incident, that he may have some sort of damage. He could have rear wing. He could have sort of some sort of body damage on the car, which is making it very hard for him to stay on track. Which is could explain the problems he's been having as McKenzie gets past Gaza. I'm not entirely sure right now where Gaza's going with this. I mean, he's obviously going to stop to softs, but it was obvious about 8 laps ago that the strategy wasn't working. He could have backed out and gone the mediums, so it's not sure why he stuck to it, but unless he's hoping for a safety car. I guess if a safety car happens, I guess everybody's going to pit. He'd probably come out in P13 because I think Gunnar probably wouldn't pit. He'd be the only one. At the moment, this man here is being hunted down by the man that just appeared in your background, who since I last looked has taken 5 seconds out of him. Now, he's got a penalty, so ultimately he will lose that position. He was the second down on his personal best through sector 2 there, Meat Bros, so just every ounce of pace has gone out of those mediums now. I just wonder if he might come in for a set of softs and do fastest lap. So car seat will take the lead of the race, and it's looking like a pretty straightforward win for him now. So Reed will also go through and take P2. Now he's penalty free, so you would think that he should be able to stay ahead of Meatbro, but Meatbro is on fresh soft tyres by the looks of it. So, well, that puts Meatbro's qualifying into a different light, because he's held those tyres back. He's to have another set of fresh tyres meant he can only use 2 sets of tyres in qualifying. And he must have gotten through. He must have gotten through Q1 and Q2 on the same set of tyre. On the same tyres. So, interesting. Be the under constructors, but the Alphas are doing well. Alpine obviously up there. What's the other Alpine? Dark Lord's in P14, so he's scoring. Okay. Red Bull have recovered themselves a bit. 6th and 10th, so they're not doing too bad. But of course, with Carty getting the win, they will drop points though. But, well, the big gainers at the moment today are the Mercs, Meatbro and Mamo. It's what some driver lineup that would be if they were together from the start of the season. That won't happen though. We do a draw for the drivers to be teammates, but it's not completely random. We do sort it out so that you can, you know, we sort it out. So we make sure that we don't end up with super teams. Basically, the only reason Meatbro and Mamo are teammates tonight is because Mamo's a reserve. So, the battles continue, and it looks like it should be a pretty good opportunity for Racing J to make up another position. We'll need to get out the penalty range. Don't want to look at the penalties just yet. It's a little bit early. Thanks, Racing J. Takes the position pretty comfortably with DRS. Here he goes. As you can see, James files in behind. James will try and hold on to him to keep hold of, or to get some DRS himself. But, we know that certainly in a race situation this season, Racing J's been exceptionally fast in the race, but he's just been prone to an incident here and there. But certainly there's nothing wrong with his pace whatsoever. So Meatbro sets fastest lap. So if that stands as the fastest lap, what was it? 17.5, I think, wasn't it? Fastest lap, yeah, 17.5. So no, that's not fast enough to take the lap record around here. 16.9 is the lap record in race around here for WAOF1, which is held by Carty. Trying to find us. Oh dear. Oh, who is it? It's Meatbro. It's Meatbro, and he's lost his front wing. Meatbro is wingless. Pushing and put. Well, he was pushing. Instead of settling, he was pushing, and it's cost him. And it's going to cost him dear. He has to pit. So Spreader was right on his tail there anyway, so Spreader's going to get back to P4, and Gonzo will get through as well. And oh, we got a retirement. James Adams is out. That could be a safety car. That will be a safety car. There's no way. Yeah, it's out. The full safety car is out. Oh my goodness me, and that has just saved Meatbro. He won't believe his luck at this safety car. He would not be able to believe his luck at his safety car. That is unbelievable. Everybody's going to come in. They have to. This isn't. Carsey's got enough of a lead over Reed that he can pit and still come out ahead of him in a way. But everybody has to pit because poor Gaza has just pitted to fresh sauce and the safety car comes out after doing all those laps on hards. We are going to have a sprint finish at Mexico. Unfortunately, it's the man we spoke to before the race, James Adams, who has caused it. So, well, Gaza gains a couple of places by people having to pit to sauce. So he gets ahead of Oozers and Dart Lord. And ultimately, well, it should work for Gaza because he's penalty free and he's going to be on the back of a load of people with penalties. So it should work pretty well for him. Here's Meat Bro. Oh, he's only just coming into the final corner, so I assumed that he would get back past at least Spreader. But it's not going to happen. But no, of course, Spreader was right on the back of him, wasn't he? And he did most of his pit stop under race conditions, Meat Bro. So of course he's behind them. Well, I've got to be honest. Right, I'm just going to say it now. I'm not going to look at penalties because if we were just going around the way that we were, I probably would have looked at penalties at this point or the next lap. But I don't want to know the penalties on a restart. I just want to watch the battles for what they are and not worry. Just assume they've all got the same 3 seconds or so. One man who won't enjoy this safety car is Moomin Rider. Fortunately, still can't unlap ourselves on safety cars, and he's going to be stuck. Well, actually, behind where we are now. So, yeah. See a car behind when we go onto the straight. See him? No. Oh, just about in the background. I don't know if you could just about see the spec. That spec was orange, and that is Moomin Rider, so he's behind. Well, he's stuck between P5 and P6 he's going to be. It's horrible. I don't know, but how has he overtaken Carsey? Even not boxing, he was 19 seconds behind. How has Carsey not got out in front of him under safety car? I don't get that. I don't know how that's happened. Well, I don't know why he's not boxed well, but it could work. We're not going to have any DRS, so I've seen crazier things work before. So it's going to come in the end of this lap, by the way, regardless of who's caught up, because we are out of laps, so it cannot go past this lap. Yeah, sorry to hear that, James Adams. That's I do feel bad for you, man. He was having a good race. Racing Jay and Mackenzie switch positions and then switch back. I think Mackenzie's lost it in sector 2. Oh dear, what's happened? Has he got damage? Let's see this quickly. No, I can't see anything obvious, but he's dropped to P10. But here we go. And oh goodness, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Meat Bro and Spreader. Two Mercedes, Mamo as well. This one gets forced to the outside. Who is that? That's the Williams. So that must be Dorian. Yeah, Dorian. Okay, right. So Dorian's a lap down as well. Didn't realise that. Right. Now, Whale, you must be watching it. This is why we need to enforce the blue flag rule. By not having ghosting on, the old blue flag thing, even though they flash, I don't think it does anything when ghosting's on. So, Carsey's already gotten past Reed. Reed is going to be vulnerable to everybody behind him, but ultimately they would have to get however far their penalty is up the road from him. So I guess ultimately staying out isn't going to cost Reed anything, and if by some miracle he could have kept Carsey behind, it would have been a miracle with how worn his tyres are. So he's not really risked anything in that sense, I guess. But you could argue that if he'd have pitted, he could have had a genuine run at Carsey on the same tyres to maybe try and win the race. The last 2 laps. So, set to 1, yellow. Something's happened to someone. I don't know who. Something's happened to someone. It could have been the Williams there getting out of the people's way. That would cause a yellow flag. So, oh, hang on. No, there is definitely a Red Bull with no wing. So it wasn't that. It is Racing J on the final lap has lost his wing again. And where's Mamo? There's Mamo. There's Mamo. Racing J short. I would imagine it's going to keep fighting this. I'd say to Mamo, if you want this place, you're going to have to actually take it off of me. You know, I've got to go to the leaders. The fireworks are out. And Carsey crosses the line. P1 wins in Mexico. Gonzo crosses the line P2, but will be relegated to third. Reed in second then. Spreader P4. Meatbro P5 and destroyed over the line. James OMG takes P6. Well done, James. Mamo P7 in the end. Racing J P8. Whoopi in 9. Kenzie is just dropped to 12. Absolute destruction over the line. Gazza, right, so sorry. So Gazza in the end has actually ended up with a P10. That's a great result from Gazza considering how that race went. I'll do the full countdown in just a moment. Yeah, definitely Woofy. You did well, man. Potentially Whale. Potentially. I just need to have a look. It's, oh, sorry, I just pressed a button. Didn't even think about it then. It also meant that Carsey nicked the fastest lap, 1:17.191, but that does not break his own lap record. James is penalty free. Ooh. Ooh. Well, yeah, I'm going to agree with you, I'm going to agree with you. James OMG is my driver of the day. P10 to P6, penalty free. So just to confirm the rest of the countdown, by the way, Mamo 7, Racer J8, Whoopi 9. Gazza in 10, shout out to Whoopi, P19 to P9, good result. Gazza as well, P10. Oozers, brilliant P11 Oozers, 15th to 11th, good job tonight. Mackenzie in P12, Dart Lord from the back of the grid has finished P13, well done Dart Lord. Junkie Emperor in 14, tough day at the office for him. Gunnar as well, tough day at the office, P15. Damir 16, what could have been for Damir, he was doing so well earlier in the race and then the spins kind of bit him a little bit. Dorian P17, Moomin 18, the non-finishers tonight, James Adams and Brian Vandenberg, I would imagine is going to be not competing again. Instance, can I scroll through them in 2 seconds? Absolutely no chance, there's loads of them. Sorry guys, sorry stewards. But didn't get through them. Come on, lobby update. Right, so oh, just disappeared. Gonzo, why did you disappear? Who am I trying to find there? Right, Carsey and Reed. Did I actually just invite Reed? Carsey or whatever. I think I might have invited Dorian.
Hello.
Hi Dorian, sorry I've just invited you on accident.
All right, no problem.
No
See you later.
worries. See you later. Right, we've got Reed, Carsey, and well, Gonzo has disappeared out of the lobby. And he's not on my friends list, so I can't invite him now. Right. Okay, Reedy, you there?
Yes, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, thank you. Have you included your audio?
Hello.
Yes, mate, I have.
Excellent. Hello, Carsey, just include your audio, buddy. Um,
Yeah, done.
right, excellent. I don't know if either of you got Gonzo on your friends list to be able to invite him to the party at all.
Yes, I do.
I can get them from my recent players, so do it now.
Yeah, cool. Okay, all right. Well, rather than waiting, Reed, I'll speak to you first. Well done tonight, mate. You finished up with a lovely P2. A little bit like last week, you had a bit of it seemed a bit quiet for you, the race, but you just you went under the radar a little bit on the stream, but drove brilliantly and got through. So yeah, tell us about it anyway, mate. Tell us what happened because we didn't see it.
I think I probably feel that I have a few tenths, lacking to say Meatball and Carsey, for instance. So, it gives me an opportunity to maybe try, you know, the usual of don't get any penalties, just make sure and get the strategies right, and you might pick up something. Obviously, I don't think the strategy Meatball was on was working out for him because obviously I pitted early on the mediums to make a bit of ground up, and he was getting penalties and stuff, so I could tell that I was going to get him. And then even whenever he was coming on the softs, I had him covered anyway. So it was just by doing stuff like that. I knew the P2 was coming pretty early on.
Yeah.
Um, but I knew obviously there was a few tenths a lap to Carsey, but I'm a piece about that. That kind of nearly helps me because I can just keep an eye on what he's doing and just if I can keep within 2 or 3 tenths of what he's doing every lap, you're going to get the job done. And I knew Meat Barrel wasn't on the right strategy, getting penalties, so it was game over for him in terms of getting P2. So I knew how it covered, and I enjoyed it. It was good. Yeah,
Nice.
so happy enough. Like it's
Okay.
quiet, yeah, definitely quiet, like, but sure.
Yeah. Whale wants me to ask you a question. He asked, why didn't you pit to softs at the end? Why did you stay out?
But well, the first thing was I only had used softs. I didn't have any new softs, and they were like 10%. Um, so that made me question it, and then I just felt that with the guys behind with all the penalties, I would be able to hang on to the P2 anyway. So I didn't think it would change the result, so I just hung on.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean that's fair. I
Yeah.
mean it seemed impossible for you to stay ahead of Carsey. I think that was always going to be the case with the difference in tyre wear. But I guess with no DRS though, I have seen stranger things happen before. Not many, but I've
Yeah,
seen strange.
well, I mean, I guess the answer is I trusted that I wouldn't lose it. Of course, the tires were up to 50 or 60 and it could happen, but I felt confident that I could hang on to the car, I suppose, and then of course that would mean nobody would be able to get that sort of a gap at that point. So yeah,
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, well done tonight, mate. Let's say we're
thank
under the
you, Helen.
radar a little bit on the stream, but that's usually what happens when you have a good race. So, yeah,
Yeah,
well
yeah.
done. Um,
Thank you so much.
okay, Darcy, congratulations, mate.
Hello.
Another victory for the season. Did it did it throw you a little bit that Meat Bro was going a different strategy? Were you confident of where you were in comparison to him?
Yeah, so I assume he would have explained it if he got top three, but he's because of his spin, he's not here to do that, so I'll do it for him. So what happened was he was talking to me and Sam for quali, but not he left for the race because he usually likes his Xbox when he's racing and he's talking to people.
Yeah,
And basically, he had a really good setup for lap time, but his straight line speed was horrible. So he thought he probably not fast enough to gap me if he's doing the same strategy. So, and if he isn't able to get me out of his DRS, my better straight line means I'll just be able to overtake him for the lead in the last lap.
yeah.
So he decided to try something crazy. Obviously, it didn't work out for him, but I didn't expect him to start and stall. So I thought maybe just go medium hard or something. I didn't expect a two stall. I didn't think it would be that crazy. But yeah, yeah,
It
Yeah,
was
I
some gap
was.
he had too, wasn't it?
yeah. He got
Well,
like
he
eight
was.
seconds on me in the
I
first round.
think. Yeah, I think you getting past Spreader, Garcia, was probably quite a big point in the race because while you were behind him, the gap was increasing. So, and I don't think it would have stopped. So I think you getting
Yeah,
past Spreader was so important to the win.
yeah, absolutely for sure. I wish I could have got him earlier. To be honest, I felt he was holding me up for quite a while, but he kept getting such a good launch off the last corner, and then
Yeah,
that meant that I couldn't get him.
I saw
Yeah, I
that, and
noticed
then
that as
then you
well.
kept getting him down to, or he kept having a look down at turn four, but he just
Yeah.
ran out of room, and it ran out of tarmac really, and yeah, so yeah, we saw that a few times on the stream actually, but yeah, ultimately, yeah, I guess that's the difference. He started on the mediums. He was gonna have an advantage for a little bit, and that enabled him to keep you back for a little bit. But you're always going to get the overtake. It was just a case of how long, I suppose.
Mhm.
So
He's pretty good master. He's pretty good master spread, isn't he? It's better than I
Yeah,
thought he
he had
was.
a good drive for sure.
yeah, I've known him for quite a while now. He's one of the main guys in PRF1. So um, yeah, I've known him for quite a long time now, Spreader. And he is
And
yeah,
did
very good racer.
sorry for interrupting. Did the new guy intentionally crash? Apparently, it looked like he did.
Uh, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
99% sure he did. That is,
Yeah, it's a
uh,
shame these new people just coming and making a fool of themselves, isn't it?
yeah. So he'll be gone. That'll be one
Yeah.
less on the wheel
Yeah,
next week anyway.
yeah.
Um, um, right, okay, guys. Well, to all of you out there in Twitch land that's been watching along with me, thank you very much. To all of you, well, thank you very much for your subscription. I really appreciate it. And I hope you've enjoyed yourself in your drunken stupor in the bar wherever you are. Um, and yeah, thanks very much, guys. I will be back on Friday for PRF1 then at 8:30, so I shall see you then. Other than that, guys, have a nice rest of your weeks. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Good night. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, Hilly, mate.